This isn't my home. What the hell? Wait, why does this place feel familiar to me? It's almost like the Fox Kingdom in a way. But it's in bed after all that's happened. Don't tell me I died again. Where the hell?
Well, if you're awake, feel free to come step outside.
Who's there?
Well, hello there.
Were you the one that brought me here?
At ease there. Don't worry, you're not dead.
But... Marina?
Close. Mother.
Guess this is our first official meeting then.
Mm-hmm. Finally get a chance to meet my other son-in-law officially.
Yes, forgive my rudeness, I do feel like it's a bit much to take in, but... Do not tell me.
It always happens, It usually happens, especially if there's an astral projection in effect.
So that's what this is. Why do I feel like I'm on the Ancestral Plains right now?
In a way, you are. Your spirit is currently, but you are still in a sleeping state. Don't worry, I won't be keeping you forever.
Yeah, I've already died once, I don't need to die again.
Yes, I know, I'm aware. I even witnessed one of them through another's eyes.
So I take it you know about what happened with my father.
Yes, I am fully aware.
I wanted to give him one last chance to redeem himself, but he left me no choice.
Honestly, I do not blame you whatsoever. Mainly, he had to be put down one way or another.
At least Azrael gave Michael a chance to let me have some peace before I have to join them. But...
Yes, Michael. Definitely one of the more merciful ones, that's for sure.
Yeah, trust me, he was against having his own brother being king after what happened with Raziel.
Yes, even everybody, even myself, while I was in Yina's body, suspected something was terribly wrong when it came to Raziel.
But if this is the Ancestral Plains, it's supposed to be a pure place. Why do I detect a faint, foul, evil aura around here?
At ease. For somebody who is able to detect things, you also need to learn to calm yourself. You keep getting yourself rattled around here. You may end up transforming this place into a nightmarish world. But don't worry, I had to make sure that this dark aura did not taint anything. After all, I had to make sure that Yina's guide for power is at least get his head in the game before I was about ready to strangle him.
Who the hell?
Understand how fate can be so weird.
Who the hell would guide? Who the hell? Okay, something that emits an evil aura you're allowing around around Yina.
It's not evil aura. It's just dark. If it was evil, that would have been a problem.
Yina is
You
the
need to
angel.
understand the difference between darkness and evil.
You need to understand that Yina is the angel of life. She cannot be tainted by this.
And you still have yet a lot to learn, Raziel. And here I had my hopes up, thinking you could finally understand the difference between bringing balance and doing your job.
Well, forgive me for not being as enthusiastic as you are, my lady. I've kind of had a bit of a rough patch through the past few more than a millennia.
I understand. Even more than a millennia, I've been trapped. Well, more like a millennia and a half. I've been trapped inside my own granddaughter's body, just to make sure that her heart doesn't end up giving out on her.
No, she wasn't the only one born with that defect. I was born with a weak body.
Yeah, sometimes when it comes to some miracle children, they tend to have certain defects. However, the thing is, I have been doing investigations a little bit deeper, where sometimes, even though that a miracle has happened, there are those that would like to injure that miracle.
Yes, but I think we need to get to the point here. Why the hell am I here? Why did you summon me here?
Well, you may have already been considered as one of the next kings of heaven. However, even after the discussion and whatnot that went around here, your mission here is not yet complete.
Well, as of right now, there's no other choice. I'm technically the only heir to the throne. But...
Yes, however, you also gotta learn, too, that not even spirits will often leave the realm of the living before everything is complete, unless it's by force. But, especially for somebody who's obviously still alive, actually, I must just say that there is actually something going on with dear Yina, and she may not know it now or say it now, but she needs your help now more than ever.
To be honest, my lady, not to be insulting, but I'm the last person she should want to help her, when I can't even help myself.
Raziel, tell me, what do you know about the differences between life, balance, and power?
Honestly, I don't have that answer. Because I'm not even balanced myself.
Yes, you were able to try to help balance her, whether it's unintentional or not.
All I did was trying to get my niece back, that's all.
Exactly. Initially, I was going to tell you that your next objective should at least be developing that bond with her and regaining her trust, but it looks like you already completed it.
Well, she deserved to know the truth why I came to Mobius in the first place.
Exactly. And plus it was perfect timing too, otherwise there would have been a problem and I would have come out and told you to keep your mouth shut. But now that at least what's going on between the two of you is now at ease and she has her memories back, I do have a bit of a mission for you.
You really want to ask me a mission to help your granddaughter when I couldn't even save your daughter?
Again, at ease. Honestly, if I was still alive, I would have done what I can to save my daughter too. However, you know how the other forces like to be, always getting in the way. Grandma always trying to cause more and more chaos and try to cause the end of the world. But enough about that. I'm not sure if Azrael has told you, but there's actually 3 paths that have been presented to little Yina. Whether or not she knows it, she has taken all 3. Life, balance, and power. The path of life, in a way her father has already in a way helped her reach the peak when the 2 of them had reunited. Though she will still need some help with getting used to that power. Mobius, the spirit known as Takal, is assisting her with the path of balance. And when she hits that peak, then the true guardian within her will be awakened. And as for the path of power, that one is going to be a more difficult one for her, because it does require her being able to accept darkness while pushing back her fear. Though, even if she does hit that peak, she will not be fully completed with her path in life. Of her own life. This is where you'll be able to come in. Because what I do feel is that even when she does complete all 3 paths, there will be others that still state that she needs to work harder. And she may hit a point where she may consider stepping down or attempt to evade others. That is where you will come in. Because after all, you seem to know Yina a lot more than she knows herself, despite the fact that you tried to keep yourself away from her a long time ago.
Mistake I definitely regret.
Understandable, but that's not the point. The point is, when that time hits, your mission is to help her rediscover her true self. And when she completes that, she will be able to merge all 3 paths into one. To where not only would her power be stronger than the 4 kings themselves, but also match with the power of God.
Yes, I may know Yina. But how do you know I'm the right one for this task?
Let's say after I have reclaimed the ancestral throne, I did research within the family. I would ask Azrael, however, it seems more like he's more focused on keeping his daughter protected rather than get stronger.
As any father should.
Mm-hmm. As for Rosaria, although she could be of good help, however, I do not want to draw any tensions out, for if that ended up happening, she may be prone to jealousy. We do not want that. And plus, I don't want their bond to break either, especially since they call themselves sisters rather than cousins. And everyone else that she knows, although they have her best interests at heart, they don't have the power to be able to help Yina reach where she could be at. Now, as for you, since you have more knowledge not only of our world, but also the world of Mobius and other worlds as well, in a way, you do have a little bit more of a sympathetic heart compared to her. If you are able to help her, then you could be able to help her reach that peak to where she will be in a serene state of mind.
Yes. The thing is, with all those assholes on Movius, pardon my language, protecting her, so to speak, it will be a little hard to convince her with all those idiots around.
I understand. Even though that during the time on Mobius is a little bit short from my side. Tikal at least knows better, as far as I'm aware of, but if she does cross the line, then I may have to talk with her friend in the Master Emerald to keep her at bay. And I do know the others that call themselves their brothers and sisters. Again, they have her best interests, but they also need to learn to let her grow. And as for her lover, I may approve of him, but he should know better than to force her into training sessions that she shouldn't even be a part of.
You may approve of him, but I know someone that doesn't.
Yes, well, hey, in a way, I am alive again, so my word is law when it comes to making sure that my family finds the right suitors.
It's one thing I've learned, do not deny the heart.
Exactly. Intelligence, you can question, but when it comes to the heart, again, never question it.
I was wondering where I got that line from. Something I tell Rouge all the time.
Well, even through all your gruffness and with the aggressiveness, at least you have wisdom.
I'm still getting used to my new abilities. Reawakening as an archangel, and still trying to learn to combine and balance both sides. As of right now, I'm in no shape to be anyone's mentor or anyone's guide.
And that's why I say to wait until she hits the peak of all three paths. As far as I'm aware of, she's still working on the path of balance. She still has a lot of work in the path of power. As for the path of life, she already hit the peak, though she's still getting used to it. But when the time hits, or if you believe that any of her guides are misbehaving or not doing their jobs right, if you do need to be an uncle or a second father, I don't blame you if you have to get your blade out and let them know that she is her own person after all.
Yes, and believe me, I will. However, there is something that's been troubling me. I don't know if you might understand this, but it's about what happened a while back when Yina bestowed her power on her so-called son.
Listen, I know that a lot of people question it, but why are you questioning an act of kindness as well as a bond?
It's not just an act of kindness. Please, my lady. It's more than that. Because by bestowing that power onto him, it also puts him in danger. A body like that, his little body should not contain that power. She cannot contain that much power.
And you heavily underestimate mortals, per the norm.
And
as well as even your own niece.
Look, my lady, I'm not trying to argue. It's just that I'm also thinking maybe she fears this bond may not be real. And maybe only because of that power they have a bond. Look what happened to Mitsuhide and her Mitsuhide.
Okay, for Mitsuhide and Yina, I completely understand because it is soul related with Mira. But as for Yina and the boy that you mentioned, they were already developing a bond way before she gave him that power. If you must know, she initially didn't want to give it to him. She was worried about what consequences would happen. However, I admire that boy's bravery, because he did state that he wouldn't let that bond sever if that ended up as the case.
Then why didn't he return it after the task was done?
Because if he did, there would have still been other powers that he had, and he would have developed a demonic form, which would cause a heavy imbalance within him. Now, if he just had demon energy alone, he wouldn't be able to survive with it. It was her power that was able to keep him from losing all control, and to still be able to listen to what his fiancée had told him. And if it wasn't for Yina's muse friend, then he would not have been able to be in balance.
I still don't trust it.
I don't expect you to, but I expect you to at least respect Yina's decisions. Unless, of course, it leads her to getting herself killed.
It's not her I'm worried about. It's not her I'm worried about, it's the boy.
Then you need to understand. You got to let the boy at least trust with that power. I haven't even sensed him using it too often.
It doesn't matter. I think the last
time he had used it... Still, the last time that he had used it was against an anti-version of Yina. But I question it. She shouldn't even have an anti to begin with.
Something for another time. But like I said, I don't trust it. So, let's just say I don't want a repeat of what happened last time. Especially if he has all that power.
Well, if you don't want a repeat of last time, then you seriously need to work on your attitude. Sometimes you gotta make sure maybe it's not him at all. Maybe it could be other factors. Maybe it could be because you sense the demonic presence of his fiancée, or you haven't taken the time to fix your attitude.
Attitude of mine, I'm sorry, I've always been like this. Part of part of my past, and also other things.
And you also gotta learn to trust mortals a little bit more as well. I mean, I will admit I even underestimated my own granddaughter too, Yina, with her musical ability.
I may go against your wishes, but no, I'm gonna go I will test the boy for myself and see if you're right or not.
If you end up doing that, I won't be the one to be putting you in your place. Remember, that is her son, after all.
I didn't say I was gonna kill the boy.
It doesn't matter either way. Any harm that comes to him. Remember, hell hath no fury like a woman's wrath, especially if that woman is a mother.
You forget what Marina did when she was protecting her daughter. You think I'm afraid of Yina?
Apparently, you haven't experienced what Azrael had experienced when it comes to me.
And to be honest, I kind of wish I would, because honestly, maybe I would have had a better head on my shoulders had we did meet. Or a better guide.
Though, however, if we did end up meeting up sooner, I would have said no to the marriage. But then again, if I was alive, you would have been able to prove me wrong.
You're damn right I would have proved you wrong, because I would have told you to go to hell and shove that stab up your ass. Because I loved your daughter, and the heart wants what it wants.
That you did. I will give you credit for that. But again, again, I was able to at least hear everything. And I knew that the marriage was arranged before you two have finally been able to show your love for each other.
To be honest, I wish I would have loved her a lot sooner, but losing Shiara first was very tough to get over.
I know how you felt. Honestly, I've lost a lot, even when I had to deal with Kurama. He may have been my husband, but there was no love. Not from him, nor from myself, no matter how much he tries to say he did.
Well, Kurama's gone, and the rightful ancestor is here. So, enough about that bastard. But like I said, if I have to take a risk, and seeing for myself that the boy can be trusted with such power, I'll take that risk. There's no reward without risking it.
Very well, but also do remember too, if you believe something is worth risking, think of it. Think of what you will be risking if you do try to confront that boy.
I know the risks. But like I said, I'm not going to kill the boy.
But it's not just the boy that you have to worry about when it comes to risks.
It's the mother, I know.
As well as his betrothed. Which
Yeah,
I've
her
been
and I
hearing
are.
that,
Yeah, her and I are not on the good
yeah,
terms
I've
right
been hearing.
now.
Yeah, I kept hearing that she keeps on trying to take your beloved away at the most inappropriate of times.
Let's not talk about that right now, please. We're in a holy place. I don't need this place turning into seductive thoughts, so to speak.
Oh, would you relax? It's not going to be able to happen like that. That's not how Ancestral Plains work anyways.
But like I said, I'll take the risk. And if Yina hates me for it in the end, then she'll hate me for it. But eventually, let's just say, she needs to start thinking outside the box, start thinking deeper, instead of seeing with her eyes. Consider this her
And
first.
here you go
consider
again,
this her first
underestimating her.
lesson. My lady, I'm not underestimating her. If anything, she's underestimating herself. Because, like you said,
That's the thing.
it's like you said, she's actually almost at that plateau of herself. She's been thinking way too much as herself as Tavera, and hardly as Yina. I have been seeing that as of late. Consider this her first test.
Again, she may be underestimating herself, but you also underestimate her as well. Of course, she is gaining that power, but you gotta remember too, she does have a habit of holding back, but it's not for the reasons that you think. You gotta think about that too.
I think once I see her again, and once it starts becoming clear, I'll have my answer whether or not I should help Yina or not. Because right now I'm undecided.
Understandable. But again, just make sure that at least you act as an uncle, as someone who's supposed to be family to her, and don't treat her as a student. That's already somebody else's job. Even though he doesn't remember it.
Yeah, I honestly did forget about that at one point. I just hope that they can rediscover that soon.
Yes, they better. Otherwise, it would not just cause harm to them, but to everyone else around them, including Rosaria.
But one last thing before I hopefully wake up soon, because, well, let's just say I had a pleasant night, so to speak. And I know someone's waking up soon to get breakfast. Well, Rouge heard the news about the whole balance restoring and whatnot, so yeah.
I'm sure that both of you are looking forward to that then.
One day. Hopefully. If people would stop bugging us. And also other stuff. I am going to say this.
Yes.
I will say this, Azara. Whether you hate me or not for saying this, I'm saying this because I'm being honest. If the boy fails, I will make sure that power is removed and restored to where it rightfully belongs. If need be, I will have his beloved and the other that gave demonic power by my side to take the devil side of him away.
Now that is definitely thinking.
Come now.
And don't forget the muse as well.
Come now,
After
Azara.
all,
You think
she
I was
did
just...
also give him some.
Come now. You also think I was just going to take back just Yina's power and leave the boy to suffer. I know what it's like to deal with the devil. I don't want that fate. I don't want that kind of fate for the boy.
Understandable.
After all, there are some things we have in common.
Well, at least I'm proud of you of one thing. You're actually thinking like how a family man should, and not as a warrior. Or a king.
Perhaps I should get Yina and his betrothed away first. Talk with them. Before I confront the boy. That way they understand what I'm trying to do.
If both of them can go to an understanding, then press forward. Otherwise, you're gonna have to try harder. But for the time being, best at least we send you back before somebody thinks that you may have been passed out from a coma after your pleasant night.
I wouldn't say coma, more like other stuff that I'm forbidden to speak here.
Yes, but anyways, I will go ahead and send you back myself since it is an astral projection after all.
It was an honor to see you, my lady.
And it's an honor to finally get to know you and to meet you as well, Raziel.
Alright, let's get this over with.
Send him home.